6-1, first kill, first death. So very, very active, very involved in the early rounds there. So again,
Yeah.
see that strategy likely revolve.
オールナイトのヘイブンとローダスは俺資料作りたいかも。
I mean, we just can't ignore the last couple of
久しぶりに
the amount
そう
of
思えた
momentum
わ。
that I mean, M80 were flattened.
If you're an M80 fan, you better hope that Zander is oh so serious when he says that. Right now in the series, Dante is plus 22 on kills as the Neon. And he's going for the trifecta to finish things out 3-0. The second seed from LATAM.
さあ、より見えたぞ。
Besting the team that
これは
everyone had
A ダッシュ
favored
で。
coming into this tournament, coming into this year even.
Looks like M80 are requesting a evacuation of All Knight's players from the site there. They disrespect the one way over towards Long and they move in pretty quickly.
いやー、壊せない
Tinchov
か。
happy to give a little bit of that ground, but now he needs to play from behind these annoying one ways that Zander will set up. And there's going to be a flood.
ブリーチ8が入ってるね。でもフラッシュなんだ。スタンじゃないんだ。
Koala Noob had best be ready. A lot of presence here on the side. Dante fake peeks it, checks it, a little feint and slides in. BCJ taken down, but Koala Noob needs to be able to stand up. The latter though picked off as he tries to find that off angle towards Link.
さあ、コアラヌーブが背負っていきます。このラウンド、3キルでフィニッシュです。
Hard to shake off the last couple of maps, but this is how you do it, round by round.
That is the kind of situation where M80 normally
フラッシュ2個ちゃんと使えたのが良かったね。
One of those moments where you're
ちょうど
playing
ショート来てほしいショートに来てくれたわ。
something that they could have really spent the time getting so well drilled and they show that they have very consistently, just not in this series, but right there, swinging off of each other, nicely set up crossfires, denying that effort to get back in through Link from All Knights. Koala Noob with the Vandal in hand, and for the first time, it feels like M80
セットアップ早くしてもらって。
gotten even the tiniest, smallest bit of
A カウンターか。
momentum, or not even momentum, just something in their favor in this series, something that they can just feel any bit happy about.
Tinchov's camera there.
さあ、カメラで見えるか。
Almost invisible in that position, but they are not going to see this walk up in
見え
mid.
たな。
Couple pings go there. Tinchov moves his camera around. Again, if you play close to the wall, you can't be seen. And there was no way Adverso was going to be ready for that. Nice take
Wow.
of mid here. Dante classically able to find two. Probably won't be much more than that to speak of in this round, though, as
なん
Sabando
か
comes in late with a smoke in his
こ
way
のネ
via
オン
Link.
スライディング中敵倒す確率
Nicely read by
100%じゃない
M80. A part of the map that there was no AK controller.
Cleaned up by Net, and the
Spectre
important guns
が
will remain available to M80.
死んじゃって消え
Net
た
bringing in
ね。
that ghost and leaving
まあまあ
with
まあ。
the Bulldog. Finally, something for M80. A little bit of time off between the last map to reset the mental. Hopefully for the M80 fans. I mean, that is the biggest aspect of this
まあ、ネオ
series
ンにキルが
right now
集ま
for
ってる
them.
のはいいことでは
I
あ
have
るね。
not seen a team look so mentally crushed as they did on that prior map. I'm still really hanging on to what BCJ had said towards the end. Right now, they look to be taking B main fast. It's a trap setup.
Paranoia, quick
Subashi.
thinking away there. They weren't quite quick enough. Xander at least got out of trouble. BCJ left behind.
設置の要の月光が死んで、ニコマシーンが一人で、プレタウラーと一緒にワイヤー壊したね。これ結構うざいね。
All the while over towards that A site, Nico Machine had pushed up. He had thrown a prowler out and broken the tripwire of net. So M80 could be feeling potential pressure from the opposite side of the map, and due to that, they're just walking into B, but
いやー、
Zander
ナイスカバーすぎたん
for
て。
two, but that's just not enough.
Had to bail them
いい
out.
二段だったね。
Dante as well. With an audible, thinking maybe that was the
結構
moment
ド
that
ライ
was
で
pressure
来る
from mid. Maybe that would have been better.
っていう読みだったのか、月光死んだし、やっぱドライで来るかなって思ったんか
Couldn't
な。
control the map and opted instead to passively control it with the camera. So there was a chance for a crunch to market now. And simply has to walk up and with 35 seconds, find the best place to go. Quick check at the cam there. Might have spotted Adverso in mid, but they have shut that market door. This is Net's only real chance at the round.
ダッシ
A
ュ、ダッシュ。
long walk to A.
Yeah, just going to have to full sprint. All Knights
間に合う
really
よ。
content just playing together
全然間に合うよ。
with three. Winning this out. I'm going to tell you right now, Mitch, if Net wins this 1v3 clutch, they better be goddamn screaming like BCJ asked on the last map.
Probably feel like it's hard to get ahead of themselves.
これクラッチしたら
But I want to overheat. But at some point, you really need to find a little bit of
す
energy.
ごいです。
Can Net give it to them? He hears the steps. There's a lot of pings over towards that spawn area. They know. Oh my! Okay. Dante flattened there. ADS from Net. Claims a kill. He knows he can get 1v1s here. Nico gets it to half. And Net can't quite get there. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for M80. But an expensive round for All Knights.
That is a heartbreaker. I mean, what a moment that would have been, but still some great work done.
いや、これはすごいです。
Spike down, getting that
ほ
additional
ぼクラッ
cash,
チ。
and keeping All Knights credits really in the dumpster. So all things considered, not a bad bonus round by any means for M80. If they take this next, the economy is completely
スライディングで向こうまで入るだろうと思ったんだろうな。
In fact, they might even be hard pressed to buy now. We'll
スライディングの途中で死んじゃうとは思わなかっただろうな。
Yeah, money's not great.
No, it's not. They just can't even afford to buy. So M80 have a chance now to get a third on the board to actually build their own economy. Keep rolling towards some of those ultimates rather. You know, get BCJ close to that crash. Start to get some
このラウンドはネオン
movement as
のウ
far
ル
as
トで
that goes. Crucial when you're running the
ウ
Gecko
ルトが
to keep
鍵
that
握ってます
ultimate
ね。
coming.
It's definitely a little late as far as attacking geckos go, to be fair. I don't think BCJ has had much chance to plant. He actually got picked off at the start of round.
このフェイド大変だな。
All right, here's the Dizzy that he's going to force off the angle now. Dimensional drift for Koala Nugu, who has been getting those ultimate orbs. Check the site, clear the corners, and open the way here for M80 to set up. I'm back. So full post plant now set up for All Knights. Dante can definitely slide on him with this overdrive. Wouldn't put it past him.
No, certainly not. That duo of ultimates, the Dimensional Drift and the Thrash, really are kind of the linchpin of this
Stageに入った夜が
Try to get them both active as much as possible. BCJ planting in the orbs.
フラッシュ構えてます。
This is a nice little setup. Paranoia ready to go towards Link. And BCJ ready to fight off of it.
Here comes Dante. Ult already, but nobody to see on the side. Where are they all? And Lane is well and truly off of it. Nismo down. Zander, those have at least fight it back here. At the overwhelm in towards Halls. That is big. Still, the defuse is an issue. The ping out there, I think, of Nico Machina was low. We have an aggressive TP forward now by Zander, who wants to fight. And they get what they came for, M80. Nicely done. That's 4 attacking rounds posted for them. Or rather, 3.
Finally, some life, man. Watching a sentient team. That's a great post plan, especially against Dante's overdrive playground.
I will say that, you know, in those LATAM finals, it was the non-neon maps where
目標フォロワー数が始まりました。なんかできたわ。おお、いいセット。
Relay bolt, huge amounts of damage eaten by Dante. And Zander here, back of sight. Nismo's going to be there as well. It's crawling with M80 players.
流れ来てますか。さすがに。
I don't really believe there's any other option, right? I mean, 2 versus 5, it's just that fast, it's just that easy. Koala catches Tinchoff totally out of position on that rotate into market. Free kill, no trips, all right, time to go, and they scale into the site, punish all the players back pillar. It's just that simple. M80 playing with some gusto, actually playing with a proactive mind.
I mean,
so far in this game.
There's also a round where AK don't give up that B side. They try and stand, they try and fight for it. You know, they're not really able to get like a double stack over towards, you know, B main, like they, I think, had one of those earlier rounds, or they are able to trade upwards. And there's no pressure from M80 through mid as well. It's just straight up on the site.
結構どうするか問題。
That kind of win condition here, one that requires a heck of a lot of composure and that coordination at this stage in the series. And they're clawing them back, folks. 4 attack side rounds. They've got to be happy with it. They don't look like they're happy with themselves yet. They're putting in the work.
Yeah, and this is the situation now where, you know, that Katamari ball can really start rolling for M80, where they're about to pick up a couple more ultimates. Nismo was just 1 off the Rolling Thunder. They do have the Thrash for BCJ. This is another big opportunity for them. And in fact, they've just been getting so many kills that still this economy for All Knights is
おー、カメラちゃんと壊すの偉いな。スタンが帰ってくるってことは、明らかにいいタイミングのスタンだったから、あ、これカメラ見られてるなと思ってカメラ壊したね。
over on the A site. It certainly looks like they want to do that. Nico Machine is on the way with his stinger.
Shoulder pick there, baits Adverso up. He doesn't dare try and post up on the corner here. And Thrash is going to have him turning tail and running. Nico Machine dominated to try and deal with the interloper. And he gets caught out. Good pace again for MA. They're going fast. They know they got the
いや、今のちょっとまっすぐ球飛んでなかったと思いますよ、僕は。
Dante Diaz in Palm Springs apparently for the weekend. Yeah, nothing for him to do. As again, that economy has been so up and down for this team.
Trying to reposition right now. I thought he was just going to be
でも面
over there
白くなっ
enjoying
て
the
きた
beach,
よ。
maybe soaking up the sun a little bit. But he actually kind of wants to go exploring. Have to see. I mean, M80 can certainly afford to go for this. He does get the first and tries to retreat.
Yeah, and Dante's the one that can buy next round either way, so fair enough. Okay, some energy now. We like to see that.
I know, some genuine excitement for the first
みんな盛り
time.
上がれ。
Finally for M80.
I mean, M80 have now gotten more maps in this one than either of the others.
このエルボーでのキックが美しかったね。
Pretty fluid, right? The way they're moving is look at where the kills happen in
め
this
ちゃめちゃ
replay.
カバーがしっかり
Like
で
they
きた
are
ね。
pushing up. They are taking those fights. They are not allowing All Knights to develop a foothold. They're not even allowing them to fall back for a full retake either. That Thrash, I think, maybe threw a spanner in the works for All Knights.
大丈夫ですよ。
Sort of cleared it with Nico, and they were sort of
ど
forced to
う
stand
せ
and
フル
fight.
マップ行くから。
And Versa was in theory supposed to play off Nico, who only had a stinger, but that didn't happen. They both got wrong. All right, mid control. Nice fault line. Being run into well. Koala Noob gets himself into market now, but it will be a counter fault line from top of mid. From
ワイヤー越えるためだけの夜の TP だったね、
I
今。
mean, that's a position where Dante can really abuse the one way, but he's denied that now with the Rolling Thunder.
Centers made the cross as well. I mean,
TP.
no overdrive, and they have to retake with this operator on Dante.
A little awkward. You might want to hand it over to someone else here and get a rifle. That's the one for one. Okay, here comes
Yeah,
the nightfall.
EP.
But Zander, what timing? What initiative? Takes the opportunity for a very good fight.
ただ、
With Dante now still dangerous, he has handed the operator over, or dropped it rather. But eventually he is brought to a stop. Zander is firing just like their last outing on Sunset. And what a time to do it.
Oh, what was that little shot at the end? Was that just a one tap to clean things up? And prior
ビースプリ
calling
ットで
a double swing
こ
to
う入っ
fight
た時に
stairs.
やっぱりこのゾーンは取れてるわけだから
Lovely from Zander, fast
このゾーンを
mid-split, mixing in
うまく使
something
って
different on a crucial
こういう
round.
ピークをし
Winning,
て
getting ults out of All Knights as well. And I believe they've already now got the dimensional drift
相
for
手が
Koala Noob.
CT で溜まってるところを倒せてるっていうのは結構いいね。
Focused on the ult economy when they
自
play
分たちの好きな
Sunset.
タイミングでピークできてるから。
It really is kind of the crux of their success here.
リテイク中はうざいね。
Dimensional drift just to make things a bit easier on this round. Koala Noob, wow, teleports and Nico Machine just put in an awkward position because of it.
He tried
3-1
to...
for Zander.
Nico Machine thought that was a free kill. That was the literal clone, my brother. So he swung into a fault line and tried to find an easy swing kill with the stinger wide, but that was all a ruse. Zander, 1 kill for the map so far. Not looking himself here.
It's a press up into B main again. They've done this on prior rounds when it's offered up for free, and it's going to be the re-clear. There's that dimensional drift.
All right.
Does Koala Noob check? Yes, he does. He spots the leg of Dante, and now into the vault line in a lot of trouble on the run.
うざすぎる夜のウルト。
I think that was actually a TP out by Koala Noob. That is crazy that he gets the kill off that. And so we see All Knights here really doggedly try and defend that B site. M80 now. Up into mid they go. They can have an easy top mid wrap here. The issue may be
こういうところでなんかまとまってキャンセルしてさ、まとまって逆サイドに行くっていう感じにマジで村しっぽいわ。
Those two ships are about to collide. Not watching for it. So it's a weapon recovered for Adverso now. Only Vandal on the field. Koala Noob though trying to respond. Adverso finds another one. Starting to pull at the threads of this M80 sweater. Rolling Thunder as well for the retake. And a player advantage despite weakened weaponry for All Knights. Great can. In comes
Yeah,
swings
we
and is
just
pounded by
Zander.
Zander. The one player to stop momentum in a big way here. Can Adverso get ahead of this? Yes. BCJ brought down. Rolling Thunder rendered him impotent. And now it is only Zander left. Low health is Adverso. Now Zander needs to swing. Look for Sabandu. Comes in with the stinger.
Wow.
Big damage up front. And All Knights, they scrape themselves another round here on this defense side.
M80 going to be kicking
めっ
themselves for
ちゃいい
that.
ラウンド取れた
I
ね。
don't
ブ
think
リ
that
ーチ
will deal
アドバーゾンマジでうまかったな。
kind of break down the walls that they've been able to mend so far in this game. Frustrating nonetheless, though. In a situation where they've lost every bit of map control, they really just can't afford to be spread in any way as Net and Koalanu were disconnected. And Net should have been feeling a lot more uncomfortable in that position than he was. Everyone really needed to gather up together. But still, the lead is there. I do want to point attention to this operator from Dante and the matching one from Koalanubis. The door shuts on any potential of them having an engagement in mid, at least for the time being.
I mean, that tells me that All Knights do not want to retake. Controlling top mid here. Nico Machine on one side, Adverso on the other. First opportunity, but the operator peers in.
どういうピ
man,
ーク
that's nice from M80. They've cleared top mid now, knowing they're going to be pulling at least one player out of position. They'll head over to A.
That looked like it was even just a bit of pre-fire from Nismo.
Watch them run.
Nicely handled, and now they just need to play together to clean things up. Yep, a little teleport, little bit of information. It's just Tinchoff playing Link, smoked off. You know, at best with
すげえ夜のデコイ来るの分かってるからワイヤー移動させたわ。
so lucky. This is a spot from Zander. No, but caught out from Nismo. So aware.
Not even sure I received that. It was almost a shrug there from Koalanu. And again, now with this operator, it's pretty awkward. Not really a retakeable situation here for All Knights. Full strength M80 around in which that money is going to continue to build. And now they're displaying a level of dominance that we saw from All Knights on those last couple of maps. Finally, feels like
流れ持ってかれております。
it's a long series, folks. A best of 5, of which we're in map number 3 here. And M80 have begun the comeback.
Mixing the rounds up nicely. They're keeping All Knights guessing. Dante stunned up. He's got the up close range, and he's fully blinded by Dizzy. I mean, he's trying so hard to live.
Neon, very reasonable. Very
Might be a few too many M80 players.
hard to catch on to. But that was the operator that Dante was trying to take into the next round. Again, they really wanted to play forward, have this good, like, solid top mid control. And it's just awesome fundamentals, really. The operator swing onto that angle from Koalanu first, and then they broke the top mid hold entirely. That means that at that point, they can really go anywhere. And they make the informed decision by checking B lobby. They see Dante's there, and they know there's no reason not to hit A.
His place broken immediately. Wow, so much spam through, and Net's the one that goes down, not Dante. Zander on the run as well to retain the early man advantage that they've gotten, and with Net going down,
さすがにロー HP だし、
they
ファ
can
ント
push
持
out
っ
of
て
A
る
right now for all they know.
持つ必要ないよな。
Again, it's still a relatively defensive stance over at A. All Knights have a camera set up in hall, so they have no intent to really challenge that. Maybe play off its contact. There's a trip there too. Hello. This phone booth is occupied.
カメラ壊して引くとかだと結構もったいないかもな。ワイヤーも壊したいね。
By the camera. Another layer, there's a trip. Okay, first one wants to play off his own fault line. Good damage onto Nismo. That is going to send M80 packing over to B now.
Got that main control, Zander. Unfortunately for M80, the one man with the rifle is on the side here. Damage comes through, and Nico Machine with the swing. You've got to be joking. It's just Nismo with no health, all alone.
Gun to his name, it can afford to lose it here, especially if it keeps a lid on things for All Knights. But there's nothing else to be done here. Dominates mid, and a flawless round here for All Knights. Getting their third. They definitely look a bit more subdued now, but as they should. They're getting some real resistance, finally, from M80.
The two rounds that have been lost in any recency from M80 were the rounds where All Knights were able to, in some way, destroy the trip over on A side, have that removed, and it was also an eco round both times. It's just been ecos. We're getting very late into the half, obviously, and M80 are on the precipice of just having a litany of ultimates to try and at least get that 8th on the board, if not now, but the next.
The mid control set up for M80 now. Threatening another one of those nasty overruns into top mid. Hey, what? They're throwing up the util to indicate that. Okay, so
そっち行くんだ。
they're going to go towards this A side here. Kwanu did sort of throw a gate crash away, signaling something else. Here's a Verso, good fault line, doesn't stop. Wingman, no one's there, just pops out. Keeps them little man nice and protected. With all of AK grouped up here in Hall, so Nismo's going to make his way and try and unravel this a little bit more. Thrash slid past by Dante. Savano gets the better of Nismo here. It's up to Zander and VCT in the 2v2. He's blinded. Zander's able to win that one though. Now Nico getting close. Remember, Wingman got the spike down, so time absolutely of the essence. And Nico has to contend with this. Prowler goes digging. Comes up with Zander. Attempt to seize in the back of the box, but Zander. Oh, how did you win that, Nico? What a correction. Not just the vein, but also, of course, for all nights. Finally getting 2 in a row.
これがニコンマシーンですよ。
Every round they've gotten has been, it's been a scrappy one in one way or another. It's either bad weaponry or a situation like that with one player stepping up. We've been talking a lot about the mental for M80. You can hear an aspect of that in the background, and that is the crowd being just a little bit on the side of the LATAM team all night. Just a tad. Just a small amount of support for the Nico clutch. Dante's got that operator back.
Overdrive as well. So won't need a gun to be donated if it comes to retake. Zander's been fantastic on this M80 attacking side. Kwanu also huge impact.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go have a gander. Let's see what's what. As we head over into Boba, Dante finds VCT early, though Kwanu pops out behind the fold line. Dante just derails him, and it's hand-to-head stuff. But again, Zander, Mr. Consistent, keeps this one on the rails.
Wow, あのバーソ。
And he goes down, and Ismo falls, and Verso
本当にすごいなこいつ。
stops them in their tracks.
I mean, Mr. Consistent, brother Adverso is alive. Actually, just the rock of this all nights team. He has been so consistent this entire tournament.
What is that slide from Dante? It's just wrong. Like,
I mean, yeah, it actually is.
待ってる場所もマ
There's
ジ
going
で
to
いい
be a
ね。
tech pause because he needs a new monitor.
I saw him throw his head back.
多分ニコマシ
Yeah, I
ーン
think
と
I
距
saw
離
the fist just
近
go
づけないんだ。
straight through the screen too.
Spike planted.
I mean, I'd be
1v1 できるよこれ。
so
ネットは。
frustrating to deal with that mobility. The fault line setup was perfect. C9 had this composition going earlier in the year, right? With Oxy
1v1
obviously
従ってるね。
having him pop in to follow up on that kind of util out of dimensional drift and the like. Net here has done his job so far this game. This is a big one, and Adverso had to be him, huh? We'll be able to end the round of the
い
half
や
all
サン
night.
セット守りで
Slow
5
start,
本
but
は
get
で
there
かいか
5
も
on
ね。
defense.
I mean, even just on that jump up, he wins that duel. Adverso has
結構
just
月光ってね、サンセット守りにくい
like
から
a surprise, honestly, in this tournament. You know, had looked good
マジで
within
ピ
his
スト
region,
ル
and I had mentioned it at Lotus, but really one
取
of
った
the
方が
forgotten
一
names
気
of,
に
you know, more of that early time of
勝率
international
ぐんだね。
tier 1 Valorant playing.
Dante having a great game as per usual. Let's see what it does in this attack side now as all nights. Again, to secure their spot in the grand finals of Ascension 2024. And get it done in 3 by taking this map. It starts as it always does
B は
with the
速
pistol.
攻でリテイクできる
And
ねこれ。
M80 are all playing off of the B side entirely. Trying to play at enough of a range where they can preempt this mobility from the Neon. Oh, that's beautiful
完
from
璧な
Kwanu.
ファースト
Great
ブラッド
opener.
入った。
And all of a sudden he's back deep in A.
And all of a sudden they've got to walk in with no smoke. Sandra's on the angle, but he goes down immediately. Dante
いやージャンプしちゃっ
fast
た。
into market. Shut down though. BCJ feeling the pressure, the
マウ
utility,
ス
the
ホイール
fall
か
of the
な。
prowler. A lot to deal with.
BCJ doubling his kills for the game right there. Just
で
giving
壊せない
Dante
ね。
enough
壊すか。
space that he can react. Very, very
出
important
ました
kill
よ
that
皆さん
one.
このチンチョフの
It definitely means that
ラ
Honors
ート
have
で
looked
ね
elsewhere.
その選択肢を
Still,
増や
despite
すって
losing
い
the
う
player early on A, Tinchoff was able to
もう
get in deep. And remember what
全マップ共通の攻め。
such a threat with this ghost,
でもこれ
especially
は
from
ファースト
an
リテイク
unexpected
だね。
angle. Kwanu was ready for this one. Tinchoff is... There's a push coming from Link, so they give over a free kill, but there's Tinchoff again for 2.
ティンチョフなんだよね。
BCJ's a little bit low, and TikTok needs to wait for Adverso to get there. It's unlikely M80 give him that time, but he is Adverso. He arrives. He'll do it, and he eventually finds a connection on BCJ. Oh, we're heading to an even game, folks. You can count on it.
いやー、ティンチョフだね、マジで。
Again, it's Adverso stepping up that late wrap, but Tinchoff too. They're just not being traded out. It's a common theme of the day, and we're going to keep harping on it. The individual skill from these guys on all
まさにインディビジュアルスキルだね。個人技だ。
How are they not getting traded? How are they winning back-to-back duels?
ティンチョフ最強だわ、こいつ。絶対取った方がいいよ。攻めでの活躍半端じゃないね。ワイヤー下にあるのキモいな。ネオンじゃちょっと行きづらいな、さすがにこれは。
Team camera from net in. Yeah, just gathering some information. Tinchoff spotted camera broken.
He's the player here that is
サイバー
going
ケージ炊くのもうまいですと。
to set the tone for AK in this round. He's the ghost player.
Yeah.
He's going to hear all this.
ティンチョフ
So active on these round twos when they win the pistol goes down though.
Here comes the hit onto the side now. Dante knows there's a little bit more lightly held, but two players pushing out a market. There's an opening here for all nights. Zander somehow gets away with three. It's so unlikely. And it always seems to be him. Savano ready for the ghost? Absolutely bloody not. And now the 1 versus 1. Despite all this, Koala Noob has only got the Sheriff to work with. Spike in the hands of Nico Machine, but now Koala Noob's been spotted out. 25 to play. Koala Noob with patience here.
1v1
That was a fake plant there from Nico, and he is
リ
adamant.
コンがあるよ。
Koala's
設
going
置
to
後
come
で
through
速
from
攻リ
market.
コ
He's
ンで
not
きるか
wrong.
な。
But now his information's a little outdated. Is he ready for this play around the corner?
Nice.
That is great util use from Nico. He gets the early warning, and he's even the game.
It's just the timing on the haunt. It's just the adjustment that he forced Koala to make. If that didn't come out, if Koala was
すげえ 1v1 2回 1v1 だマジで。
favor him to take that kill right there.
ギリギリの試合だな。
So much damage done. I mean, the determination on Zander right now to not go home.
He is dragging his team kicking and screaming. He and Koala Noob. I mean, that is a huge round.
So, I mean, during the break between losing that second map, the weight of this game has put him in a mentality where he's stepping up. He's not being crushed by the fact that 2 years of work are 1 map away from just going up in smoke. He is refusing to lose. What is he, 21 for 8 right now? 3 kills with the Classic? It is just mad. They've got to shut this hit down.
きたー。
A thrifty year for AK. I mean, their bonus was
ファー
so
ストフラ
rapid.
ットき
They've
た
got a bucky,
ー
for。God's sake.
ウルトたま
And
る
Ned is just locked out of the bunch over on B. Now All Night seems to be more than enough.
これブリーチにブルドッグあげていいんじゃない？あげようよ、さすがに。
Denial of the neon. You know, one of the
5 HP
only
ですよ。
enemies to the neon, the tripwire. None of those to deal with. But Nico Machine living with 5 has the Nightfall. I'm sorry, are they going to dare try and sell a fake with it?
I mean,
that would be madness. It seems like they just want to use the Prowlers to try and make a note to M80 that they want to work back towards A, but M80 has not faltered from this cycle. They have 3 players ready.
Here's BCJ, fault line comes through. He's, I think, was also near side of it. It's going to be Zander again. It always seems to be. Adverso with the Sheriff finds BCJ. Having a nightmare of a game is BCJ. And Nismo fares no better.
あるぞ。
3 up here for All Nights. Still no plant quite yet, but only Boba is the setup for M80. Nico is still low, just at 5 points of health. That camera's good, but there's no check of the corner. Zander with 3.
Cover going down.
Zander fighting tooth and nail for this. Tabano keeps the stinger and sees Zander, he gets him. Oh no! M80. These rounds started to fall through their fingers. That was a thrifty for AK. They had stingers and a freaking bucky. And that was M80's buy round that they really waited on.
How much more can one man do? He's just too weak. He can't fight against a stinger at that range. And even with 3 players, the sight is just overwhelmed by the amount of utility that the All Knight's comp can just explode into that territory with.
Zander cannot do more.
1v1 負け、1v1 負け、1v1 負け。1v1、1v2、1v1 か。
I mean, it was BCJ that was trying to keep everybody's head in the game, and right now he's got to get
攻めの方が圧倒的にね、1v1 有利ですから。
3, 4 kills right now. He is really slayed in, excuse me, how many deep runs and wins that he's had over the years of his career. Just trying to instill everything he can into this team right now.
マジでチェンバーみたいなムーブするな。
Psychology graduate. Probably pretty handy in a game like this. Well, Noob here already taking some of that early damage. Not a buy to write home about here for M80. Definitely bargain bin level.
I mean, the way that this game has been playing out so far on attack, the attacking spawn barrier might as well just be a B main. There's just been no pressure. It's just been for free for All Knights every round.
頑張れ、チンチョフ。
Be so easily bought. M80 might look to set up a trap play here. Nismo's not fault line, but he's okay with a Marshall in hand. Nismo, you can see him. How often he looks up at his minimap in the top corner of his cameras where his screen is. Wants to try and catch a rotate here. Play a disadvantage for AK, but they've got the guns. Zander, though, looking dangerous. He has a Vandal in hand. Definitely investing in the right places are M80. Now it gets messy. Net falls down, but the flash was good. Nico Machine,
nice.
Right there. And Zander has to step out of Boba is brought down. 25 on the clock. Nismo doesn't fancy the Marshall anymore, I think. Zander pulls out of there, though. Gives Nismo a bit of space here. He's got a timing. Bit of damage. Oh, not Haven all over again. Please, God. BCJ with the back. Good. 2 shots, 2 to the head.
He's got the thrash, but it does get broken.
Dante here can win this 1v2. Nismo doesn't have the best weapon, but the Dizzy is good. Forces Dante away. Sees Nismo. Quick correction. 10 bullets left in the chamber. Now the fault line catches on to walk in. And M80. That is a hard-fought round. One to hang your hat on for sure.
We were just speaking his name, but what a time for BCJ to come to life. Only 3 kills
サイトとかマーケットがカオスであればあるほど裏取りに気づけないよな。
Perfect to the millisecond just then. Some distraction from Nismo.
大丈夫、大丈夫。
Who with only the classic press forward off that audio cue, the teleport from Zander, knew he had to take some space, had to create space off that, create an audio distraction for BCJ too. 2 versus 3. All of those rounds, any round like that, it feels like it was just always going the way of All Knights when things really get chaotic in the end. But goddamn, M80 needed that so bad.
Okay, so operator here for Koala Noob and Dimensional Drift up. So likely, we actually don't see the ultimate here. So not something you can really pop out of with the op and go to town, although it would be fun. I don't think fun is really on the agenda for this M80. It'd be fun to be in franchising.
That would probably be the most fun thing they could think of, yeah. Save that for ranked.
Here.
Zander diligently holding this one way. Zander has been found here on a couple of rounds now. It's likely to be refreshed. There is a util, of course, with the AK through this. First the Prowler. This is going to slow them up. They can't use the fault line now. Great mosh pit from BCJ. Here's the slide. Out they come, and now the ground's going to be given up. M80 just sequentially want to fall back a little bit. Relay bolt catches on his end, though we're trying to TP out. This is so messy. Rolling thunder from Adverso. Looks like it actually caught on to Dante as he was curve. My goodness. Zander. That is not what you want to run into there. So much util. And the aftershock claims the star player for M80 in this map.
Absolutely dismantling that A setup, and now heroics required. Not going to be a hero today.
Timing really hurt Koala Noob there. He had an opening. Adverso cross.
行き過ぎじゃねそれは。
Perhaps trade up to a better weapon or a more suitable one here. Nismo getting riddled with shots. He stays out and away as long as he can. A fault line here might set up a push over into spawn. There's the flash comes from Koala Noob. Still an operator in hand, but he's going out. He's not trying to do this anymore. Nismo at 3.3k is happy to see if he can get something for his trouble here. But All Knights aren't giving him that either, and so Nismo gives it up, walks away, and allow All Knights back into the lead on Sunset.
Can't say I'm sure exactly what happened in A main as far as the disconnect that occurred between BCJ and Zander. When Dante crossed after that mosh expired that BCJ had thrown on the ground, it looked like Zander would just wanted to be on the retreat, but BCJ was awkwardly walking out into them, perhaps from being flashed up, thinking he was moving elsewhere. A bit tough to tell.
I mean,
but then frankly, what's more impressive was what came after that, which was expecting Zander to get tucked into backside and punishing him with that Seize Aftershock combo. That was lovely from All Knights.
And it's unclear if they're really tracking the Rolling Thunder there, because M80 opted to play pretty far forward and really play around that one way. Maybe they don't want to fall back to the side and get Rolling Thundered off of the site and forced into retake, but it's kind of still what happened anyway. I mean, the playbook here for All Knights has been spectacular. Whole series. So many different looks. This man on your screen, Zander, has not had to, or not really had the opportunity here to really be a nuisance. Normally one of the most consistent players on this team. And dangerous indeed, but Koala Noob has the operator. Punishes that walk up, and again Zander will be neutralized.
すごい嫌なとこに毎回オペレーターで前連れてるな。
A lot for Zander's hopes of getting some free kills here. Not expecting a second player in tiles. Surely it's just the Yoru, right?
Make it more. No, Dante able to shut him down. Very good at reacting here. Mechanically, so proficient, but now he has to cobble around together with just he and Adverso.
そこにいるってマニやな。
Looks like M80 might be back in to parity here.
What a risk.
Save
what a risk to take on this round as well. Their economy was hanging in the balance here. I mean, still is hanging, obviously, but can't imagine that Dante and Adverso are going to walk away with this round. Intentions are just to save here.
Money is fine here, but it might also be making sure that Zander can be given a rifle and still have all of his util and armor.
Those are the shots that Koala Noob needs to hit with consistency, though, and it's those shots, those easy opening round shots are really what has made this M80 Yoru comp on Sunset so potent. They've won with it so consistently this year because he is able to just post up in any position and teleport anywhere else. He's just constantly resetting up on the proper angles.
Zander キャリーすぎじゃない ?25 の11。
Oh yeah, I mean, you've got to be worried about everything. You have to be worried about that op just being anywhere. I mean, this is just ridiculous, but even though Zander was only able to get one, the rest of M80, BCJ, they were ready to swing, they were ready to help and capitalize, crush all those players in mid, so...
Makes sense to attack well done for AK, right? I think they are in a position to buy here well enough. But they are at risk of this lost round becoming 2. And putting M80 within striking distance of closing the map out. So we are definitely walking into the most pivotal map of this game, of this game so far. This round 19. It's All Knight's economy teetering on the edge of obliteration, and M80 threatening here with this very inventive placement of Koala Noob to continue to shock, to take All Knights by surprise, to sneak these first kills and thus the rounds away.
いや、今日中国のアセンション見れるかわかんないかもな。見たいけど。
The operator will be so difficult for them to deal with. Koala Noob, he started this series a lot of attempts to op on the jet.
1日の配信は一枠にしようかな。
And things were just not going his way.
しばらくは。
But when you put the op in his hands on Sunset with a Yoru, I've really never seen him crumble in these situations. It really just has been his map.
いや、目高いったタイミングでカメラ出すのいいね。カメラ壊されずに済んだ。
There was a fault line to force him back. Or could be rather from Adverso.
マジで夜のオペレーターくっそ警戒してるね。
Zander knows he might have a free kill here. Obviously, he can get back out of here. Fault line is needed to force him off this line.
Escape crash expired.
Okay, flashed into it. He's stuck here for now. All right, into the dimensional drift now. This means he can get out, see all this action, but it doesn't mean the operator doesn't have a chance to chime in early in the round. Is he gonna pop out of this? Okay, he doesn't.
さすがにポータルないから引くしかないよね。
Now, losing a minute in the round, and they've done relatively little with that. No mid control here. Still playing so slowly around this one-way spot at A-long.
Yeah, at the moment, it's just that cam for mid to get the information if M80 are walking down themselves, but that is not the case. A dark cover and a prowler are thrown over to the A site now from All Knights. Trying to feign that presence, yeah. But still.
The MIBR strap with the sky.
Let's go. 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 Zander キャリーですか。Zander キャリー来た。
After a staggering 19 rounds. That is awful quick. And just as they feared, All Knights now are in trouble.
It looked like M80 were just able to blind Dante. As soon as he tried to enter through the site, they had that cage pop forward, allowing Zander to press up. VCJ holding from back pillar, just stuffing the All Knights at the choke, ensuring they couldn't get past. That was really nicely handled. Need to look at the economy for a second when we're getting back into this.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 guns here, I think, available to All Knights. Obviously, M80 been sitting pretty, and that was really nicely done. They just choked out all information. Yeah, 3 rifles, all light armor for All Knights, and very quickly now getting... Okay. Finishing horn position, getting themselves in towards halls now. Koala gets a free shot.
エイミングコントロール、なんか真面目に見たの初めてじゃね。
And it looks like All Knight's not trying to give it to him. They are really overthinking how to play outside of these operator sight lines, but Koala Noob is always in a different location. He's always mixing it up.
And if it is, that gate crashes all the way towards B, so he could get to that side of the map to assist if he's required to do so. M80 have some good map control right now. Zander's pressed up all the way in main. Might be in some serious danger though.
Don't mind this angle though.
Now,
これまたZanderキャリーですよ。
Relay bolt's a problem though.
And if he does get one, he actually has his ult. He might be able to teleport out of there.
He does not see this, and this is not being cleared with util yet.
No, like they know it's possible, but they're not checking. Dante was holding it.
I think he's gonna have this for free. He hears this prowler go out now. Zander activates. This is dangerous behind it.
Machiかよ。
Not even Dante could turn around and make something happen there because Net gets involved. And there it is, big brick by brick.
いやいや、前のラウンドまでさ、ずーっと警戒してきてさ、そのブリーチのアフターショック入れたりとかさ、やってきたのにさ、でいなかったのにさ、このラウンドに入ってくるのえぐない？
He's got the wall, bro. I just don't understand what was happening in main there. You saw Dante holding the angle if someone was back there and they were going to peek out to the left.
根性がすごいわ。
He's holding it. They just never cleared it. What a mistake. What an error. They have thrown that round away. Thrown it straight into the bin.
They don't want to give away their position, so they don't want to clear it with util. They don't go fast enough. Now, though, they're looking for a turn of speed. Again, the same issue. Koala will be sat here, looking for a free pick. Even a shoulder pick could be dangerous, but this time they could bait the shot out at least. Nightfall over on the side, doesn't hit anyone at all. Prowler heading Koala Noob's way, he's able to get out. Another missed shot, but still. He'll be allowed to play further. Dante there's chopping at the bit, trying to get off the leash. Let me get in there, he says. And now he's amongst the site. Got to be a full retake for M80, but they are with fire. They've got Thrash as well to make this work. Here comes Thrash straight away. Zander appears. There's going to be Nico going to be caught out by that instantly. And here's Koala Noob. That's 4 kills. And now that point comes up. There's that energy from M80.
VCT he doesn't need to ask them for the energy. They're finally feeling it.
What
What a great retake. And again, we were talking about it when this series began, and we haven't seen it until now. But those are the situations that M80 thrive in. Put them in a big 5 versus 5 set piece, and I will bet on them over any team in this tournament every single time. I will always give them that edge. I mean, look at the setup for Koala Noob to teleport into sight with the Thrash coming in. Just collects all these free kills. There's so much chaos for all of them. They just can't pivot their attention to that gate crash. And now Koala Noob pushing down mid, gate crash still to teleport away.
It's like this map's gotten away from AK now, Wyatt.
What?
Not a darn thing he could have done about that. Trying to play a very reasonable position in mid.
夜でなんか強気に
Will be
キッ
carved
クし
out
だ
of
してから
formation
マジで
by
うまく
M80.
いってるな。
And now they back up. Just a little thrust. Koanu put that on operator in hand this round, but still the same strategy. No gate crash set up just yet.
お、A メインリテイからスタン入れて、パラ入れて、食らってなくて、スライディングぶっ殺して、引い
With a
て、
showstopper. Koanu takes the neon out of the picture, and now Net's able to play back here with full information as all of all nights are lit by the neural theft. Not once but twice, of course. Big flash comes out. They're trying to clear that corner with the aftershock, but Net is good for another 2. And now it can back away. It's up to Zander. The 9 and 18 Zander, one of his quietest maps of Ascension, in fact, to take a 1v4 and salvage this. With the knowledge, of course, that Icebox is the next map in this best of 5.
来たね
An icebox with a neon will not be in play for Dante. It's Zander versus every M80 player just locking down that angle. And that game was all Koala and Zander. Part of that original core that have stuck
ー。サン
together
セ
now
ットに
2
おいてはも
years
う
to try and qualify
結
for
構
partnership together.
差があるぐら
They
い
stepped up
だったな。
and the entire team, everybody needed them to do so desperately. They opting from Koala.
あんま
The amount of
オ
multi
ール
kills
ナイツが
from
何してるかちょっと分かんなかった
Zander
ね
in pivotal rounds. What a performance.
I'm
Nope,
dead, I didn't
that's-
see that.
M80
that's
は
happy. That- you know,
もうとにか
that
く
stuff
夜
just cut away.
の強みがガチで出たのとザンダーの
With that map win for M80,
勝負感というか
all
タイル入
out
っ
of
たり
neon maps to play. That's
B
it.
メインの
The rest of this series is Icebox and Abyss.
あそこ
And
隠
obviously they
れ
need to
て
win one of those to secure their
っていう
chance
プレー
at
を
a
ちょう
final.
どいいタイミングで
All
選
nights, by the
択
way,
して連
no
続キ
strangers
ルを
getting reverse swept in a very
発生
important
さ
game.
せてるのがすごかったな。
They'll have to fight back there. They got their map.